Greetings, my name is Camila Galvez, and me and my teammates created a horror-esque film entitled The Last Bell. Our short movie called The Last Bell is a psychological thriller about a group of oblivious high school girls wandering into an abandoned high school at the strike of midnight, with the voices of haunting spirits roaming the empty halls. We mostly conformed with conventions, yet subverted them in our traditional horror film of naive teenage girls jumping at every sudden noise that echoes the hallways. Yet we chose a female lead to be the main antagonist, lurking down the stairwell. Most of our actors wore neutral colors of clothing, such as white or brown, to symbolize trustworthiness and innocence. On the other hand, the main villain, or entity, was pure black, symbolizing evil and death. Amelie provided a nice hint of foreshadowing, as she was wearing a black hoodie and telling the cast to not worry, and later reveals her true form, leading to their demise. The mise-en-scene displays cold, sterile high school hallways with dim-lit lights surrounding every inch, which adds a nice contrast with the dark, eerie entity we use as an antagonist. The Last Bell critiques how isolation forms in educational settings, and that isolation often stems from collective blindness rather than individual malice. Our movie mainly targets those in the 14 to 18 age group and consume content through modern phones. This age group is already well aware with the natural, hustled sounds of being in school, especially dismissal bells. By utilizing the well-known sound of a school bell in our film, it helps create this sense of familiarity, yet confusion, and fear now that there isn't the comforting sound of feet shuffling to their next class. Our film is a prime example of jamais vu, the experience of recognizing something as familiar, yet strange how the comforting sounds of everyday life is gone. Also, each of the actors wore clothing that most teens wear in the present time, along with the most influential headphones brand, popular among teens in modern times, Beats. This is to help create a structure of reliability for a targeted age group. Reminiscing back on our first decent attempt, I can confirm we have come a long way. Editing skills improved drastically compared to our rough cut, such as fixing the orientation the camera was aligned, as I mentioned early in my blog post, that we made the error of filming vertically. At the time, we were also sound deaf. We noticed that the audio in the beginning of the rough cut was obnoxiously loud. For example, the cawing crows were too loud, despite adding a nice detail to our horror film. As the main camera operator, I used an iPhone to make possible this amazing film we struggled with some portions, but came out victorious in the end. Amelie, our main editor, utilized the popular editing app CapCut to integrate dim filters to immerse the audience and to convince this takes place at night. I absolutely loved how in the final cut of her movie, she added a slow motion effect during suspenseful walking scenes. The genius behind the script was Sabrina, who used her time and created her script using Google Docs. But we come together to help create Case Studios, a mixture of all of our initials combined to form the name you know now. We created our film logo with the help of artificial intelligence as it shows a camera in the background with a magnifying glass over the camera, magnifying the lens. Me and my group members collaborated all in person, yet managed to create this amazing film thanks to the help of my team and Miss Hall. The time has come to present our film and upload it through YouTube for the world to see how far we have come in the slow but steady progression of our thriller film, The Last Bell, now out and distributed on YouTube. This is Camila Galvez, camera operator of The Last Bell, signing out.